I don't know how to describe it better than this. It's like, they can't be that slow. So they're hypnotized. We understand exactly what they're saying with the Coriolis about it moving along the same longitude and the different latitudes spinning in different directions. We totally understand that, but they're missing the key point. And I mean, it's unbelievable. They can't understand this. They're even saying it and don't understand it. They've got to be hypnotized. I can think of no other explanation because I know they're not retarded, even though they seem like it to people who just met them. They're not stupid people. They're under some kind of spell.
No, what I'm saying is that they would have to be, and please, no one interrupt.
You can't explain it much better than this. And shout out to Chris Berry too, Sam and Chris. I mean, the way they put it together, what's not to understand?
They would have to be the ball would have to be in a different reference frame for the rotation of the Earth to affect it at all. Ballistics, whatever you want to call it, airplanes having to correct for it, it would have to be in a different frame of reference. Because if it wasn't, how could it be affected by the rotation of the Earth if it wasn't separate from the rotation?
So, again, you just stated...
Now, this guy just tries to totally confuse the subject. I almost want to skip past it, but I just want you to hear the bullshittery of what this guy says to try and obfuscate and confuse. And it's unbelievable.
You said no to my question, but you answered it as a yes. That the ball or the bullet was a separate reference.
No, it isn't.
So half the time they want to call the projectile a different reference frame, and then half the time they don't, whenever it suits them. And that's not the only way they doublespeak. But just listen.
It isn't a separate reference frame. It has to be in a separate reference frame. Do you see
How
what
can
I mean?
it be in a separate reference frame and still not be in this reference frame?
What do you mean? No. I'm not the one saying it's not.
That's what you're trying to say. You're saying that it has to be.
It's like he's almost getting it. He's almost getting it, but his brain just won't quite let him get it.
In a separate reference frame. Why?
Because for instance, if the Earth is the rotating reference frame. If you're on the Earth, okay, you're in that reference frame. Right. If the ball's on the Earth, just sitting on the ground, it's in that reference frame. But in order for Coriolis to affect anything, it has to go into the air.
But you see, the air is not a separate reference frame. It's the same reference frame. If you put the ball on...
Oh, so the air is the same reference frame. Wait, if the ball's on the ground, that is the same reference frame. Now, if it's in the air and it's the same reference frame, what's the damn difference of it being on the ground or hovering in the air? You're not going to see any freaking Coriolis. Snap out of it, people. Snap out of it. It's plain and simple. If they listen back to it, they might see reason, but I don't know. They even show it. They're about to show it, and they still don't get it. What the F?
The Earth, and your Earth is spinning, is the ball going to appear to deflect while it's on the ground?
Hey, Blue, I'm going to present something.
It's not moving. I think there's a disconnect here. I think there's a disconnect.
Yes, but if you put it in the air,
Chris just makes a power play of simplicity and perfect explanation, and everybody jumps in, and Jose and whatever. I don't know, not saying they're doing it on purpose, but like their brain just has to, I don't know. You tell me.
Explanation. That's an easy way to look at it. The difference is if the ball's on the ground, you won't experience Coriolis because then it's on the same reference frame. If you put it in the air, moving it straight, then it's a different reference frame. You will experience Coriolis.
Same reference frame.
A good one. I like this one.
Thick?
Yeah, hey, let's pay all talking, but while looking at this, let's pay attention to this one. I mean, just kind of a real demonstration and see how it's got no sound. It's just visual. Go ahead, Luke. Sorry.
How many reference frames can something be in at the same time, Sam?
That's not what I'm talking about.
Well, I'm just curious. How many reference?
Well, they're going to say an
frames
infinite. They like the word infinite.
Are we?
Yeah.
Is there
Thanks for telling me
what's happening
what
here?
I was going to say.
What's happening
I just want to know.
So is the ball, when the ball leaves the guy's
The ball-
hands, is it in the same reference frame as the spinning
You guys
platform?
are representing what we're talking about. This is
But the thing-
hilarious.
So
But that's exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, we are. You're seeing this from an inertial frame of reference right now.
No shit. You're seeing it from an inertial frame of reference. The same reference that the ball has just entered. Duh. Good googly moogly. It takes a special kind of stupid or under a spell to not see it. They're showing it and can't understand the ball is leaving the non-inertial spinning reference frame.
The path taken by the ball is not identical to the path you would take without the spin. So there's
This
been a
camera
deflection.
is mounted, and now you're going to see it from the rotating frame of reference. Same ball, same guys. You think the camera couldn't be stationary up there too? At the
But the
same
path's been
time?
deflected. That implies that Coriolis does have a physical effect. It's
Now the stationary reference frame that the ball is entering. Now the camera's moving. Come on, the camera is now moving, and it has entered the non-inertial reference frame. The ball has left that reference frame. The ball has left the non-inertial reference frame when he let go of it. Okay, if the air was spinning with the roundabout, it would not be leaving the non-inertial reference frame. What the? Oh my God! Bang my head on a wall. What in the world?
It
deflected
does
the ball
have
off
a
its
physical
path.
effect. Yeah, absolutely it does. You're
Okay,
absolutely
so-
right.
Here, go back. Go back to Jose.
Well,
Can you
don't
back it up?
You're 100% correct. It is a real
Okay.
physical effect.
But that makes
So-
a problem because now it can't take the path that it did normally without the spin. Normally without the spin, it would go straight across the center of that seesaw. But when it's in motion and spinning, now its path has been deflected in a straight line, yes, but it's still been deflected off of its normal
That's
path
the
within the frame.
Coriolis.
Can you go back?
Exactly what he just said. Now, if you stop the roundabout, okay? If you stop the roundabout and just start spinning the camera, okay? And they can play catch all day long, okay? If the ball is in the same inertial reference frame as the people and now the viewer is in a non-inertial reference frame, it's just like switching it, okay? But you won't get no Coriolis. That's the ta-da. And to me, it's plain and simple. And to people who haven't heard it, I can understand you being confused for a minute. But like I said, if you've heard it over and over again and you don't see your double talk on multiple levels, then and you're not retarded, then you must be under a spell. That's my final conclusion. Whatever the shape of the earth is, I'm certain that they cannot prove motion. I would bet almost anything, any amount of money we're not spending. I'd probably bet just about everything I got that it's not a sphere of the given numbers they give us either. But that's a whole different argument.
Because of the just go back. We need to see both of
Go
them
back
again.
where?
It is
It's
not.
still halfway. I don't know what they're going to show. I got to see the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
It's not in a straight line in the inertial, in the non-inertial.
So this
frame.
is describing Coriolis.
Yeah, this
Yep.
is Coriolis.
Yep. This is what we've been on. We've gone over this several times.
A demo of a similar thing?
No, after we watch this, maybe one more time, Rumpus. So no more screen sharing until we watch this a few times. Thank you.
Yeah.
We can talk about it.
And
When
the
I
ball
showed it
is
from
in the ball is in both reference frames.
Yeah, when they show this view from the top with the camera spinning, as it would be in the non-inertial frame of reference, where is the inertial frame?
The inertial frame would be
The air. Let's see what Lemon says.
outside of the spin.
Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it? non-inertial frame of reference. Where is the inertial frame?
The inertial frame would be outside of the spin.
Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So relative to that background, there has still been a deflection because it's taken it from.
So it's meaningless to those two guys.
This is a good part. This is a good part.
This is good because it takes just a little adjustment. They get used to it.
That's right. That's exactly what I was trying to illustrate with my drawing. The only way they can get the ball to land on the target is by aiming the ball in a different direction than the target is itself. Thank you. Coriolis is defunct. Planes don't do that. They fly due south from on the same longitude.
Chris,
How else can you put it?